Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. It's a quote by Colette. Hope cost nothing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 120, NASDAQ off 83, S&P's off 14.5. Gold contract up $2.70, trading at $1,088. Silver up 5 pennies at $14.60. Light sweet crude down 50 cents, trading out at $44.72 a barrel. Oil, folks, oil wants to get into that 42 mark. We'll see whether it's going to break that 42 and get into like 35. Gasoline, same setup. We'll go through the gasoline. The unleaded is going down. We're going to be under probably $2 for unleaded in another 3 or 4 weeks. How cool is that? Bonds. Bond market, folks, the ever-ready bond market continues to want higher price. He's getting higher price, lower yield. 10-year today up 11 ticks, 127.03. 30-year up a point and 10 ticks, 156.31. In both cases, you had the bond market pull back on Tuesday and Wednesday with light volume after exploding topside with volume. Guess what? Going topside once again with juice behind the move. King dollar down 175 ticks at 97.86. King dollar's having a hard time handling the swing point that it's trying to get into, up and over. It looks like we failed once again out here today. King dollar's at 97.86. That wants to run down to this 93.30 mark. Euro up 22 at 109.28, and the yen down 14 at 124.73. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Bottom line, folks, what you had out here yesterday, you had a failure on price and volume inside all the indices. You had follow through out here today on the way down with what? With price and volume. We did 107 million shares. Yesterday you did 85, trying to get into a higher price. Gives it up in spades today. We're at 208.35. The lowest swing point that this is going after was the swing point that was established about a week and a half ago at 206.26. Now, at that swing point, by the way, okay, this is going to be intriguing watching how we come into this on a Friday. That lowest swing has 132 million shares traded. We did 107 now. In order to break down into that swing and break that swing, you're going to need an expansion of volume once again. We have a Friday in the summer. You have a jobs number in the morning. You know, bottom line, I suspect you're going to get some volatility. The real kicker is going to be, do you get the volume behind the move? The NDX 100, the 3 Qs. 3 Qs were vicious out here today, down in spades, wide price spread, huge volume. The 3 Qs gave back 7 days of trading in 6.5 hours. We did 39 million shares, down $1.80. The low that is going after is 109.78. That's the lowest swing point. We stopped at 109.95. Bottom line, I expect you to wake up in the morning. This thing, it wants to blow through this lower level, run down into this 106.03 area. So it's going to be pretty intense watching these Qs, because what we did have, if we go over to the IBB, what you're going to see is this. Actually, we're going to do the composite first. So if we take a look at the NASDAQ composite, what you had with the composite is this. The composite, and of course the composite is all the NASDAQ stocks. That also gave up 7 days and 6 hours. However, what you have is this. The last time that we were down here, meaning in the swing point of the 28th of July, 28th of July, we came down with 2 billion shares. We're blowing that away. We're at 2.27 billion coming into that level. So with that sets up number one is this. It's going to set up a run after it, which is only 25 points lower, but I would expect you're going to see is that it's not going to run after that. It's going to run after the whole kit and caboodle, going all the way down to this 4,900 area. Gold contract. What do we have? Well, actually, let's do the IBB, because the IBB, folks, this indice has had 8 million lives. This fell apart today. It did a classic test yesterday, failed. It failed at 390.05, failed on price, failed on volume. Volume explodes out of it again today, 2.9 million shares. You're going into a swing point with 2.9 million. You closed at 370. The swing point is 369.69. This thing's going to blow that away tomorrow, run down somewhere into the 345 area. Every one of these biotechs, you talk about going south, they're going south in an extraordinary way. And that's how the biotechs trade, by the way. The pullbacks in biotech are just absolutely incredible. Now, the snapbacks have been just as incredible, okay? So the real key is like, okay, how far do they want to go down, and, well, where does that turn come in? Well, we'll see. I suspect we're going to be down for a bit, though. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? We still need buyers. What you did have out here today inside the gold equities, though, and the silver equities, they were the only equities that had any juice inside the marketplace. So we're coming into Friday. You're coming into a jobs number. Dollar failed out here today. Gold really hasn't given us a clue out here today, because what we've done is that we've done 89,000 contracts. Sideways move, it really just hasn't given us a clue. Dollar, however, different ball game. What we have with the dollar index is this. The dollar index yesterday got into its swing point. It failed to take out the swing point. What it did, though, is that it had an expansion of volume. Now watch how this shakes out. First off, when you get an expansion of volume into a swing point and you can't hold price, you go right back up and test it again. Well, we did that. But we tested it, folks, at 26,000 versus the 47,000. Guess what? What that sets up is that sets up now can't handle the highs. I suspect what we're going to do is we're going to go right after the last swing low that was out here, which was the 18th of June. That swing point is 94.40 the high, 93.30 the low. Bonds. Bonds have continued, okay, to give the cleanest information on a continual basis on this whole sideways move that we've been in for 7 months right now. And what it is this. If we take a look at we've been listening to the Fed forever that they're going to go up on rates. Well, the 10-year is trading at 127.03 and wants to run to 130. The yield on the 10-year right now is 2.2. That's going to put the 10-year into 2. Bottom line, why? Because people want to make sure they can get their money back. That's what this is all about. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks, so come right back.